what better way to start the year than by being captivated by the wits and intelligence of some anime protagonists? Maybe these people are masters of deception. Maybe they hold the key to eternal life. Or maybe they just like flexing their brain power and solving mystery after mystery. Genius is quite the relative term after all. Whatever the case, get ready to just marvel at the protagonists of these shows. So here we are, the top 10 anime with a genius main character. Before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to hit that subscribe button so that you can be very first to every ViniiTube video next time. Let's begin. We start off with something pretty simple. How about a wholesome, chill mystery anime in Hyouka? It's been a while since I've heard of Hyouka, and that's to be expected considering that it's been a while since the anime ended, and much of the talk these days has been centered on a suspiciously similar protagonist for Oreki. Yes, I'm talking about you, Hachiman. Now, the two shows differ quite a lot, mind you. The most basic distinction is that Hyouka is a mystery anime, and a damn good one at that. At first, I didn't expect a show featuring your standard, broody, cynical light novel hero and a club mystery to catch my attention that much, but Hyouka surely did the job. It did so thanks in large part to the actual mystery segments, but even the show's overall aesthetics, visuals and characters were all pretty amazing and immersive. A brilliant way to exercise your brains. I definitely recommend Hyouka to anyone looking to pick up their first mystery anime. It'll surely flip that switch for you and get your curiosity juices rolling. How could we have a list of anime with a genius protagonist without what many people believe to be the granddaddy of mystery and crime-solving anime out there? Detective Conan is likely not the first major mystery anime with a genius protagonist, nor is it the undisputed best one. However, there's no denying its legacy, and anime fans of all ages know of the never-aging kid detective. It doesn't even baffle me as to why the series has endured the test of time. Detective Conan overall is a fun show. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it runs off a pattern. The mysteries and cases are quite varied enough though, and each series of episodes can be a joy to watch as you try to solve the cases alongside our genius protagonist and his friends. Detective Conan is the definition of a time sink if you've seen one, but it's one that has some excellent and well-written episodes to help you exercise your mental prowess. It's really designed to be a show without a foreseeable end because of how open it is, and that, my friends, is the secret to its longevity. Next on the list is Log Horizon. Elder Tales, a VR MMO featuring a post-apocalyptic Earth where magic and fantasy have overcome the modern technology that we've grown comfortable with. It sounds like a really cool game to play, right? That is, until you find yourself trapped inside, unable to log out. With no way to get out of the game, the players must then learn how to get accustomed to this new world. Well, at least death's not permanent, and you have a brainy, strategic protagonist this time round. That is Log Horizon in a nutshell. Trapped in a video game's been a tried and true concept for quite some time now, but I think that Log Horizon especially excels among those because of a few key things. While the previous shows generally show more of the action aspects of a video game, Log Horizon's more focused on world building. The focus isn't on escaping, but more on exploring the world and settling into the new reality found inside Elder Tale. Along with that comes some really amazing moments of character and world development, and it's the whole exploration of the host of rules and societies that makes Log Horizon its own brand of exciting. If you're up for an isekai / video game show and are tired of all these power fantasy saturating the genre, then this anime is the one for you. And with the new season airing this season, it's a perfect time to catch up with Log Horizon. 僕たちに勝てるものならね。よく言ったぜ、シロ。相手はたったの4人。On the contrary now, if you're craving a genius protagonist in an over-the-top power fantasy isekai, No Game, No Life is the show for you. I basically summarized No Game, No Life for you, but to elaborate more, the story revolves around Sora and Shiro, siblings known as Blank. Gods of games, the real world is just too boring for them, so they found themselves falling into the colorful world of Disboard, a realm where fighting's not allowed and all conflicts are to be settled with games. Finding themselves the champions of humanity, the humans and the weakest among the 16 races in the world, the siblings set off to fight for humanity's future and to eventually challenge the world's god itself. Along the way, they meet friends and foes that will push their gaming skills to the limit. If you're up for power fantasy, fan service overload, and just some over-the-top action, you can't go wrong with No Game, No Life. It's just an amazing show that pretty much embodies all those polarizing traits of the modern isekai, including the painful lack of a season 2. But hey, At least you've got a movie, one of the best anime tie-ins I've watched, mind you, to make up for it. On the other hand, if what you want is more world building and actual education from the geniuses of the anime world, you might want to check out Dr. Stone. How will the world end? Some say that it will end in a bank consumed by fire. Others have quite the different perspectives, such as the one in Dr. Stone. In Dr. Stone, the world comes to an end through petrification, with the entire human race being turned to stone. An eternity later, Daiju breaks free from his stone prison to meet up with his old friend Senku. Being the lone survivors of the human race, the two move to set Senku's grand plan into motion. First order of business would be to solve the mystery of the petrification. Second, the two of them will pioneer the revival of civilization from zero, and they'll do it with the power of science. Dr. Stone is an up-and-coming sci-fi adventure series that's been stirring up quite some waves in the anime scene. Besides being unexpectedly educational in a lot of its concepts and storytelling, it also blends science with mystery to create an engaging narrative that will keep you watching episode after episode. It even has another season coming, so now's the best time to hop in and start catching up to this series, which I feel could be a serious contender for 2019's Anime of the Year. Now for a much bleaker look at the fight for survival, I bring you The Promise Neverland. At first glance, The Promise Neverland doesn't seem to be a dark and bleak show. That is, until you find out the secrets of the Gracefield House. What looks like an orphanage where children live happily together turns out to be a harvesting factory where the children are set off to be eaten by demons. Discovering this dark secret, the protagonist trio of Emma, Norman and Ray must trust their wits and cunning to hatch a plan to help the remaining children escape their cruel fate. Doing so won't be easy, not with Mama Isabella keeping watch. The Promised Neverland combines the thriller, horror and psychological genres in a really entertaining package that's more than a sum of its parts. Watch for the premise and stay for the production values and twists and turns of the story. It is, for me, one of the best anime shown in the past 2 years, and I cannot wait for season 2, which is airing right now. Is there a more apt appearance for an anime genius than a mad scientist? It's no surprise that Steins Gate made it to the list. Rintaro Okabe is someone who would gladly roll with the mad scientist moniker. The appearance is there, the love of gadgets and technology is there, and the imagination is there too. His life takes another insane twist when he accidentally stumbles upon the secret of time travel. Fun and amazing, right? Unfortunately, his fantasies about being involved in government conspiracies end up striking too close to home as well. Our genius protagonist finds himself in the crosshairs of an underground organization looking to unravel the secrets of time travel. Okabe must find a way to outmaneuver this organization while saving those he holds dear from seemingly inevitable deaths. Now, it's been quite a while, but Steins Gate is one fun ride. If you're looking for a thriller anime that involves some time travel shenanigans, this show is probably one of the best ones out there. The characters are dynamic and engaging, the plot will keep you on the edge of your seat, and everything comes down to one thrilling climax.
黙れスーパーハカ俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティストホーインキャーマだ
We proceed with one of the most enormous space operas in anime history, Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Adapted from a series of 10 novels, Legend of Galactic Heroes tells of a world with two major superpowers, the Galactic Empire and the Free Planets Alliance. Backed by their respective trump cards, Reinhard von Lohengram and Yang Wen-li, the two major powers have been engaged in a decade-long conflict. This serial primarily tells of the battle between the two tactical geniuses. Long and filled with detail to the brim, Legend of Galactic Heroes earned its legacy through its very intricate take on world building and politics. It's become one of the most recognizable names in all of anime, despite not a lot of people having watched it, at least from my personal circles. Does that make it an anime that deserves a lot more love? Well, watch some of the anime's 110 episodes and see if you can make your personal verdict on it. Or of course, you can just watch the 2018 remake with its way shorter episode count. To cap things off, we'll enter Megalomaniac, a moral genius, and it's a toss-up between the two shows that defined the late 2000s for me. I'll start off by placing Death Note here. Yes, I'm fully aware that it's now 2021 and that a number of you are quite new to the whole anime thing and weren't around in the 2000s. How about I introduce you to one of the most beloved titles to ever come out of the Shonen Jump magazine in Death Note. The world's seen better days and we're plagued with a lot of problems regarding crime and justice. What better way to fix that than to purge all the criminals by your own hands, right? Light Yagami would at least agree with you, and he gains the means to do so with a magical notebook that allows him to kill anyone by just writing their names in it. Taking up the mantle of Kira, Light seeks to cleanse the world of criminals in a way no justice system could. However, such a reckless way of striking fear into criminals attracts the attention of the police, and they recruit the help of the super detective L to track down the being known as Kira. Then begins one of the most iconic battles of cat and mouse, with two top-tier geniuses trying to outmaneuver one another who'll come out on top with the fate of the world on the line. Watch Death Note to find out. You won't be disappointed by either the battle of wits or the relevant social commentary that makes you second-guess things. With Light Yagami playing second fiddle by just a hair, you know who's coming next. None other than the magnificent Lelouch, star of the legendary Code Geass.
ルルーシュビ・ブリタニアが命じる貴様たちは死ね
I think it's arguable that Code Geass has become one of the most popular mecha titles in all anime history. It has one of the most enduring legacies in the medium, period, probably only matched by Evangelion or just a few other shows. All for a good reason, of course. And no, it's not Death Note with mechas as many people would like to say, but to be fair, the comparisons are warranted to some extent. Both series have more intellectual battles than your standard shonen show, and both star a super genius anti-hero protagonist. Both have also been gifted a world-changing power which pushes them to seek the world's upheaval. It's just that one outright kills, and the other uses mind control. However, I think that Code Geass just does a lot more as an anime in terms of blending its components. You have the shonen fights and the mechas, the pretty boys and girls, a lot of mental battles, and a very intricate plot that creates so many subplots all coming together to make Code Geass one of the best watches even to this day. It's no surprise that the thing became a runaway success that's still getting milked. But enough of that. The best way for you to see a show's merits is for you to watch it yourself. So if you're looking for a title starring a genius main character, look no further. Code Geass is your pick. And there we have it. Have you watched all of them? Care to share some recommendations of your own? The comment section is all open for you to share your thoughts. Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell so that you'll be the first in line the next time I upload a video. There's still more to look forward to from this channel in 2021, and I hope that you'll be here for it. I'll see you next time on ViniiTube.